All right. Okay. Test microphone. Okay. Can you be able to hear me and see me? Let me confirm in the chat. If you can be able to hear me and be able to see me, if you can be able to hear me and be able to see me, give me a 1 in the chat. I think I've finally won the struggle. Please, I'm very, very sorry. Right? I don't intend to harm or to affect the program of the crypto ambassadors. My role is to make sure that I can deliver as much possible as I can. So I'm sorry for the inconsistency, but I promise I'm just going to use this weekend to perfect everything so that we start in real time and also make sure that we are able to cope up with all that we are supposed to do. My name is Julius, and I'm your host and your presenter today, trying to represent leader Doris Angel from Germany, who basically cannot be on this call tonight. So, or this morning or this afternoon, she has some hospital commitments somewhere. All right. So, let me lower down these hands. Okay. All right. So welcome. If you joined this opportunity maybe this week or the previous month, give me 1 in the chat. You joined this opportunity this month or the previous month, give me 1 in the chat. If you are new, we want to welcome you. Give me a 2 in the chat so that I'll be able to confirm. Give me a 2 in the chat. If you joined last month, this month, give me a 2 in the chat so that, okay, ladies and gentlemen, join me. Welcome, Mr. Kikome Kodeus. We are happy to work with you. Join me, welcome Jennifer. We are happy to work with you. Join me, welcome Samuel. We are happy to work with you. Join me, welcome join me, welcome Hadija. We are happy to work with you. Haruna says, I've been here for so long, but I'm watching with a new friend. He needs this. Okay, that's good. Happy to have you, Tabu Susan. Happy to have you, Jackie Rich. Happy to have you, Michael Rari. It's a privilege, guys, to have you onto our team. And we believe that the best is yet to come. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to take much more time. I just want to get to the points and we rock and roll together. Wow, Jennifer says, I joined yesterday. Okay, now, I want to congratulate you for making a decision to join Royalq and to basically join cryptocurrency. For basic and understanding, cryptocurrencies is not a get-rich-quick scheme, all right? It doesn't mean that when you join cryptocurrencies, you're going to become rich tomorrow. Cryptocurrencies, it is a business full of buyers and sellers, and nobody controls the market. But I want to inform you that the decision you have made has power to drastically change your income. It has power to enable you make regular, repeated, recurring income. It has power to move you from having a suffocating financial situation to a sufficient financial situation and to be able to have surplus. Okay, so that ability and power to enable you, maybe your dream is to work from home like me. If your dream, me, I stay home. This is my home place, purely bought through cryptocurrency. Maybe your goal is to build for your mother house. That was one of my first goals when I started Royalq. I've been able to do that. Maybe your goal is to drive yourself into your first car from cryptocurrency. I've been able to do that from the business. So I'm a living testimony that I started cryptocurrency specifically with the Royalq with only $85. And the period of 2 years and 5 months, I've been able to move my $85 to over $150,000 across the lines. So I want to give you confidence that the opportunity you have joined is not a get-rich-quick scheme, but it is an opportunity that can give you regular, repeated, recurring income. I'm a living testimony that every single day that happens on this world, whether I work or not, I will be able to make money from this cryptocurrency using the Royalq application. Okay, so I also want to inform you that the business you joined has mainly two main cycles. It has what we call the bearish season, and it has what we call the bullish season. The bearish season is when the market is basically going down. And the bullish season is when the market starts to gradually keep on going up. It doesn't happen in one day, but it is a gradual process. The beauty is the time you have made the decision is when we are done with the bearish season of the market. We are done with the market continuously going down. Although I'm saying that the market is onto a bullish season, it doesn't mean that the market will only be going down. I want you to understand the business you have joined has both buyers and sellers. And I want to make this clear. As you are buying, there is someone who is selling. And Royalq is not is not magic. Royalq only sells when there is a buyer. And Royalq only buys when there is a seller. Give me one in the chat if that statement makes sense to you. Royalq is not magic. It works in your exchange. It only sells when there is a buyer. It only buys when there is a seller. Sometimes people ask me, why is it that my robot has not sold? It only sells when there is a buyer. It only buys when there is a seller. Sometimes in that moment when the robot wants to make a sale, there is no buyer at the moment. So I want you, as you have made your decision to be part of cryptocurrency and specifically crypto ambassadors to be your support team, we want to promise you one thing. We want you to be educated. Our role is to educate you to understand the business you have started so that you could be able to make an informed decision. Okay, how many here are Android users? If you're an Android user, give me a 3 in the chat. I want to see where I can be able to start from sharing my screen. Whether I start with the iOS users or I start with an Android users. If you're an Android user, give me a 3 in the chat. I want to see, give me a 3 in the chat. If you're an Android user, and if you are an iOS user, give me a 1 in the chat. If you are an Android user, type a 3 in the chat. And if you are an iOS user, give me a 1 in the chat. I want to look which we have the most numbers, so that I will start with the most numbers and I will share with the least numbers. If you are an iOS user, type a 1 in the chat. And if you are an Android user, type a 1 in the chat. All right, this will help me. Where will I be able to start from for those that have less and more numbers? All right, you will agree with me, ladies and gentlemen, the Android users are more than the iOS users. Yes, the Android users are more than the iOS users. So allow me share my screen to start with the Android users. Allow me share my screen to start with the Android users. I'll run very fast. I hope you can be able to see my screen. I've started with the Android users. I hope you can be able to see my screen. I have started with the Android users. Okay. If you are following, give me a 2 in the chat. If you can see my screen, give me a 2 in the chat. If you can see my screen, give me a 2 in the chat so that we can be able to rock and roll this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's business presentation to understand the Royalq application. So when you open your application, basically like Royalq, we have different exchanges, and we have okay, so I'll just move you into my crypto corner. I'll just get you into my crypto corner. All right, so we basically have different exchanges that we can be able to use. Royalq is the application we use basically for basically we use this application, our trading tool, and it could be connected to your Binance account. It could be connected to your HTX, that is what was called Hobby recently. Then it can also be connected to your Bybit. All right, it can be connected to your Bybit. I don't know if I have any other exchanger here. Yes, it can be connected to your Bybit. It can also be connected to your OKX. All right. So it can also be connected to your OKX. I'm not using others. I believe I'm not using others. Others I've been able to remove them. But if this is the Royalq application, we basically believe we are together. Now, let's start with the first things first. On top here, we basically have the exchanges, right? On top we have the exchanges. So you can choose, always choose, where is your money? If your capital is in your HTX, please make sure you have chosen the HTX. If your capital is in the Coinbase, make sure you have chose the Coinbase. If your capital is into your Indodax, make sure your money is in your Indodax. If your so you choose the exchanger where your capital is. I've not taken you through the first steps of registering. So basically, maybe to remind you, if you're already a new user and you have a friend who wants to get into the business, I think I'll get there. The first step is to get the link from the person who you are inviting or the person who invited you. I'm not an Englishman. I hear someone's about to complain about my English. I usually say, the language I speak was brought by sheep. I usually say the language I speak was brought on ship, so I'm not an Englishman. All right. So on top, when you open your Royalq, when you open your Royalq, you have successfully logged in, you have your app. I want to warn you, and I want to make this warning from here, ladies and gentlemen. When you are starting the business of Royalq, please and please, during the time of activating, they will ask you 3 questions. They will ask you 3 questions. I want to make sure this point reaches everybody's ears and it gets into make sure you request the person. I want to make sure this point reaches home. Make sure you request the person who is doing the registration, especially if you are joining cryptocurrency, to get yourself what we call a crypto book. I want to get into my camera. I want to get into my camera because this is a very important, crucial point. So I'm sorry, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I get this point home. Can everybody see my screen? Can you be able to see my face? I'm not into the spotlight, but let me see if I could get myself into the spotlight. All right. Can anybody see me? Can everybody see me? All right. If you can see me, let me know. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Okay. So I want to show you something, guys. I will not expose it, but once you are asked the 3 questions, I want you to get yourself a notebook and write them down. Ladies and gentlemen, I have different wallets in cryptocurrency and I have all my details written down. Have I made a point? The 3 questions you were asked, write them down the way you have written them as you are activating your account. If that point is home, give me a 0 in the chat. If that point is home, give me a 0 in the chat. If that point is home, give me a 0 in the chat. If that point is home, give me a 0 in the chat. It doesn't matter. Whatever details, whether you're opening up a Binance account, whether you're opening up a hobby account, I have met people who forget their login details. Okay? They have met people who forget their login details. So I want to ask you, as you are starting your journey to cryptocurrency, I want to recommend what I call a crypto journal. Yes, this is my crypto journal, ladies and gentlemen. It has all, I don't want to expose my details, but I have different accounts in cryptocurrency. I've opened up different accounts, but I write my details down. In the near future, I will share applications that maybe you could use. What about us who never wrote them? If you still remember them, please go ahead, find the notebook. It's never too late, and be able to write them down. All right. Okay. So right. I hope that is done. So let's get back to the share screen once again. Let's get back to a share screen once again. Okay. So I'm gonna get myself. I think I need to get out of this spotlight. Can you be able to see my phone? Give me a 2 in the chat if you can see now my Royalq. If you can see my Royalq, give me a 2 in the chat. I want to confirm before I start. Give me a 2 in the chat if you can see my Royalq. Okay, beautiful, fantastic, fantastic. Now let's get into the next step. On top of your phone, ladies and gentlemen, we have the security feature. Okay, now this. Okay, this is becoming a problem now. I hope, okay. So we have a security feature on top there. Make sure that you tap on the security feature and find out who has logged into your account. If there is a withdraw, you see, the robot will always warn you that there is a different login device, like you see here. This was a different login device. So find out which device is that and where is that device. Be able to log in. You see, this is the device. Okay, an iPhone 16 is detected. An iPhone 16 is detected to have logged into my Royalq. The big question is this iPhone 16 mine? If it is not, ladies and gentlemen, then you must be able to get this cleared. Next, we want to go to, so I will read all, it means I'm okay. So now the next thing you'll have on your top right is the bell icon. And this is basically for notifications. So I want to tap on the bell icon. And the bell icon, ladies and gentlemen, is happening in two ways, all right? The bell icon is happening in the system messages, but also in the order message. So the system messages, if there is a withdraw, a transfer, a recharge, an abnormal operation. Now, this message is common, but what happens when you get what is an abnormal operation? And what are the side effects of an abnormal operation? The abnormal operation says you have an abnormal operation order. When making a sale in Royalq, the amount sold is more than what you have in the exchanger. Transaction will not go through. The system will show that the quantity for the crypto is zero. Please check the amount of crypto in your exchange. Fuel fee will still be charged for abnormal orders. Please do not trade or use the coins on other platforms. Now, the more here is make sure when you have chosen a coin to trade in Royalq, make sure when you have chosen a coin to be traded by Royalq, don't touch it, don't add on it, don't reduce on it, don't do anything with it. If you do it, you'll get an abnormal operation. If this abnormal operation happens 3 consecutive times, Royalq will ban you from the business. I'll stop sharing my screen. Any question about that? Any question about that? Any question about that, ladies and gentlemen? Any question about that? I want to go into your chat and see if there is a question about that. Any question? Any question about that? If you have understood, give me a 3 in the chat. Please, if you select a coin, let me say Solana, and it is the robot trading it, don't touch it, don't reduce it in your exchanger, don't put it in, and don't do anything with it. It is the robot. It is the robot doing that work for you. If you do anything with it, what do you mean don't touch it? Don't go in your exchanger and sell an amount of it. You have provided the instructions that the robot should trade on your behalf on that coin. So if you go and sell If you go and buy more of that coin, you will get an abnormal operation. Fuel fee will be charged, and if you do it 3 consecutive times, Royalq wants to remove you from the business to make your account deactivated. Give me a 3 in the chat if I'm clear. I want to go to the next point. Give me a 3 in the chat if I'm clear. I want to go to the next point. Give me a 3 in the chat. I see someone whose hand up. I don't know if there is a problem about that. Please don't take me. Make sure you are moving in line with what I'm saying. Do not ask me anything astray from what I'm saying right now. All right, yeah. Please go on.
Good afternoon, my leader from here. In a situation where you are being get banned after the 3 mistakes, let's assume you don't know intentionally and you get banned from the from Royalq. What happened to your active coins in the platform? One. Secondly, do you
when you get banned, you lose everything. So don't do it. Why do you want to do it?
Okay. Do you have any chances of coming back to the business?
But with a new account, you start afresh.
All right.
Don't do it. Why do you want to look at doing it? All right. So I hope that is done. So let me share my screen. Please don't do it. Don't look through the side effects of doing it. You may not like it. Okay, so I'll share my screen again and let's continue. Okay, now let's go to the order message. On the order, you'll be able to see buys and sells done by the robot. You'll be able to see buys and sells done by the robot. Whenever the robot buys, whenever the robot sells, you can be able to get these buys and sells here on the robot. Now, I want to teach something that unless you check your Royalq on this app here, that's where you'll get your notification. But at the same time, I want to show you another area where you can get your notifications. So what are you supposed to do? So I'm going to skip this rest and go to that now. Tap here on mine if you want to get notifications. When you tap on mine, come down here to system settings. Tap on mine, then come down here to system settings. When you tap on system settings, come down here to notification settings. When you tap on notification settings, come and choose Telegram notification. When you tap on Telegram notification, what are you supposed to do? So I'm going to unbind mine so that I show you. When you open, it will look like this. When you open, it will look like this. What are you supposed to do? You must be having a Telegram account. So what I'm going to do, you're going to tap on this link. If you're using an iPhone, just copy the link and go and search. So it will open your Telegram like mine. You see, this is my Telegram. Now, how do you connect? Once you tap on the link, it will bring you to Royalq bot. If you're having an iPhone and it's not showing up, just come here on the search button and write the word Royalq official. And so many will come. All right? So many things will come. So many. I think it is, let me read the name from my bot again before I conclude. It must be Royalq official Royalq bot. That's what it is. Okay. So I had written it in the wrong way. So I'll reduce it. Official. It will come. Royalq bot. It will appear. You tap on it. And when you tap on it, so I'm going to expand it now. When you tap on it, get back to your application now. Get back to your application. And what are you supposed to do? It is to copy this code, the Telegram code. Copy the Telegram code. When you copy the Telegram code, copy it, then get back to the bot. So now I'm going to expand it now. Get back to the bot and paste it here. When you paste, you will have binded your Royalq to your Telegram account. And definitely, you will be getting notifications from your Telegram whenever there is a buy, whenever there is a sale. I hope that message is at home. If you have understood that, basically, thank you so much. And I would love now to continue. If you have understood, please, you can't record. It's already streamed live. So you can get the streamed live session onto our YouTube channel. Give me a 5 in the chat if it is done. Give me a 5 in the chat if that is okay. Give me a 5 in the chat if that is okay. So I wanna, my role is to teach you. You can go and do it at your own time. You just need to understand so that maybe after here, you go and do it at your own time. Okay? You do it at your own time. As long as you have understood it, after here, you can go and do it. I want to continue to something else. Okay, let's go. Now, okay, it has binded, so we shall leave that area. I don't want to, okay, so, but I want to trade also. I'm not trading, so allow me just pick up back. But before I pick up back, let me first look at how back is doing. Yeah, back is a good coin to trade in 1 hour. Yes, yeah, I see it's a good business for me. Yes, even in the 4-hour time frame. So I want to trade this coin. Someone may be asking, how much capital do I have? I have $900. And I want to trade before I continue. So what am I supposed to do? I want to trade back. It is the most negative coin. Okay, now I'm jumping into steps because I want to trade also. So it's the most negative coin, back, and I want to trade it. It's the most negative. When I open the coin, am I moving? I think I'm moving very fast, but I want to trade. Okay, so I'm going to run through this very fast, then I come there. Let me run through this very fast. But BEC is a very good coin. Okay, it's a very good coin to trade. So I'm going to get into that. Let me run into this very fast. You'll see the notifications of Royalq announcements done by Royalq. Or you can also pick these ones where you see these 3 notes. You can also get notifications from Royalq. So those are 2 areas where you can get notifications from Royalq. Paranta, Iroko. Those are the 2 areas where you can get the notifications from Royalq. Next is API binding. What is API binding? API binding is where you can be able to connect your Royalq to your exchanger. And when you tap on the API binding, ladies and gentlemen, you can be able to connect over 7 exchangers on one robot. Over 7 exchangers on one robot. So if you have capital in OKX, you can put. If you have capital in Bybit, you can put. If you have capital in Kraken, you can put. If you have capital in Indodax, you can put. If you have capital in Coinbase Pro, you can put. If you have capital in Hobby, you can put. If you have capital in Binance, you can put. And the robot will be trading in all these exchanges at the same time. Julius, how do I do API binding for Binance? Tap on the exchanger. For example, if I want to do OKX, I'm using one example to mean for the rest. I'll tap on OKX. Then I don't know how to do the API. What will I do? I'll just tap on see instructions. So I'll just tap on see instructions. Just a minute. All right, can we continue? So you tap on see instructions, okay? See instructions. When you tap on see instructions, definitely instructions are going to be provided. And you choose the exchanger that you want to do. The instructions will be open the website. I'm not going to this. Click here. And there is a picture that instructs you where to click. And this happens on all exchanges. Exchanges, these are platforms that allow you move your money from crypto into your local currency, which we call fiat, and from fiat into crypto. Exchanges are platforms that connect buyers and sellers together. They give you ability to find an area where you could trade from. So your capital is in the exchanger, and we are connecting your Royalq to your exchanger. The robot is only allowed you to buy and sell. It will never withdraw your capital. It will never touch your capital. It will never transfer your assets. It is only to buy and sell. I want to trade, but let me run very fast. I hope we are done with the API. Give me a 1 in the chat if you are clear with the API before I go into trading. Give me a 1 in the chat if you are clear with the API. Give me a 1 in the chat, a 1 in the chat, a 1 in the chat, a 1 in the chat if you are clear with the API binding. All right. Next step is revenue details. Next step is revenue details. What are revenue details? Revenue details, this is a statement of the activities being done by the robot. So when we tap on revenue details, whenever the robot will trade for you, whenever the robot will trade for you, whenever the robot is, someone is complaining in the chat, he's saying, let me see, it seems as if the video is muted. I can't hear you. Galax, it seems it's you with a challenge. Let me find you. You might be at the back. Please, can someone chat? I see Saul is here. Saul, could you chat Galaxy AO3S? Ladies and gentlemen, when you are joining the Zoom, join with your name. Join with your real name. This is the challenge. Sometimes I might be dealing with the CEO of Galaxy, the founder of Galaxy phones. Someone is saying my network is very poor. Is it true that my network is very poor? Someone is saying my network is very poor. Is it true? Is it true that my network is very poor? Or I can be heard? Can you hear me? It seems, Laila, it's you with the poor network. I think my network is good. Someone is saying not clear. Let me know the chat. Is my network clear? Is my network clear? Let me know. Am I audible? Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so let's move. Let's move. Now, what you see is a statement. Okay, what you see in my screen is a statement of what the robot has done. So whenever the robot does the work, whenever the robot makes profit for you, it will show you. Whenever the robot makes profit for you, it will show you. Whenever it makes profit, it will show you. Whenever it makes profit, it will show you. And whenever it makes profit, ladies and gentlemen, it will at the same time come to, you see, this is revenue details. It will at the same time go on your asset and remove off 20% of the profit it has given you. For example, if the robot makes for you $10, all your $10 go back to your exchanger, maybe in Binance. On these $10, the robot is entitled to charge you 20% of these $10, which is $2. Where will it charge it from? It will charge it from what we call the asset. So let me go on my asset. So definitely you will find that you may not see my asset reducing because of certain reasons I will explain later. Definitely you will see a negative in red from here. So you make profit. If you see you have made $100, don't get annoyed that the robot is reducing on your asset. It is charging you 20% of the profit it has given you. It doesn't charge your capital. It charges 20% of your profit. If you have understood that, give me a 4 in the chat. I want to run very, very fast. If you have understood that, give me a 4 in the chat. Give me a 4 in the chat. A 4 in the chat. A 4 in the chat. I'll get into assets later, not now. I want to run and trade. I want to run and trade. So that's why I'm moving very, very fast. Next in line is what we call reward details. Reward details. What are reward details? Like the word is saying you are rewarded. You are rewarded. So it is a reward for work done. Now, reward details. Let me open my reward details. When you open your reward details, this is profit that is coming from the people you have introduced in the business. Whenever these people whenever they bring someone, you will make some money, which we call the activation gain. Whenever they bring someone, you make some money. What else? Whenever they trade and they make profit, these are my directs. Whenever they trade and they make profits, you receive some profit, and it's called direct quantification. When you bring people in the business and they trade and they make profit, you will receive what we call direct quantification. And the people they have brought, whenever they trade and they make profit, you call team quantification. Give me a 5 in the chat. If you have understood those differences, give me a 5 in the chat. If you have understood those differences, give me a 5 in the chat. Give me a 5 in the chat. Okay. Now, the money that comes from reward details, reflects in what we call the area of asset. The money you see in reward details, it reflects in the area we call asset. Now let's talk more about asset. What is asset? Asset is an area where the money that comes from reward details, I'm not here to explain the compensation plan of Royalq, from reward details appear here. So the fuel fee will be charged from here. But also, these reward details can be withdrawn. These reward details, you can also be able on asset you can deposit on and with it. So on deposit, it means that when your asset gets to $2, your robot will stop working. When you see that your asset has reached $2, any coin you are trading, it is going to disappear. I'll go there later. If there is any coin you are trading, it's going to disappear. So make sure your asset is not less than $2. Make sure your asset is not less than $2. If it is 4 or 5, you can come and tap on the deposit icon. You tap on deposit. You tap on deposit, you copy the wallet address. Someone says my network is very bad. You copy the wallet address on these two boxes. Then you go in your exchanger and send some USDT between 10 to 20 here, so that whenever your robot makes money, it will have something to charge. If we are together up to there, give me a 6 in the chart before I go to how to withdraw. If we are together up to there, give me a 6 in the chart. If we are together up to there, give me a 6 in the chart. Okay, so the deposit area is done, okay? So now I want to go to the withdraw. I want to go to, someone is saying, no, I will not teach you how to deposit. I will return you to your upline. If you want to go to the exchanger, remove money, there are already videos on our groups. I will just send those videos again, but I'm not to go into now Binance to withdraw. No. If you copy the wallet address and you don't know how to withdraw from your exchanger, I would just recommend you back to your upline for that last step. Okay, for that last step. When you tap, my role is to show you, I want to end my responsibility here in Binance alone. All right. I want to end my responsibility here in Binance alone. Now, okay. This should go. I want to keep my responsibility in Royalq alone. Now let's go to the withdraw icon. Let's go to the withdraw. So you want to withdraw. What are you supposed to do to withdraw? One, this is very, very important. Make sure you copy a right wallet address from your exchanger. Here, I'll just drive back to my Binance account. So when you go to your exchanger and you tap on wallet, all right? Okay, and you tap on wallet, then maybe you tap on deposit. You tap on wallet, then you tap on spot. You know, when you look here, there is spot. You tap on wallet, then you tap on spot. So if you want to remove money from your Binance account, you will tap on deposit. Sorry, you want to remove, you will tap on withdraw. If you want to put money in your exchange, I will tap on deposit. So for someone who wanted me you want to put money in your Royalq, you have copied your wallet address, you just come and tap on withdraw. What are you withdrawing? You are withdrawing what? Cryptocurrency. Then you tap crypto. Then the next question is, which crypto are you withdrawing? USDT. Then you tap on USDT. All right? When you tap on USDT, where are you sending the crypto? Is crypto moving from one Binance account to another Binance account? If you are just sending from one person to another, it is free. You can use the person's Binance email, the person's phone number, or the person's Binance ID. Any. I will not go into details. But now, you are sending via crypto network. You are sending via crypto network. So what are you supposed to do? You tap on send via crypto network. Now, the other step is to long press and paste the wallet address. You long press and paste the wallet address. When you long press and paste the wallet address, then you choose the network. And when you put in the network, Royalq Binance will give you the a network that matches the money you have put. It will give you the network that matches. You select it, but Royalq, we are using this network called Tron TRC20 network. So I will remove this. This will not work. So now, if you want to withdraw from your Royalq, back to Royalq. If you want to withdraw from your Royalq account, you will copy the wallet address from Binance. So the other time you were tapping on withdraw, this time around you're gonna tap on deposit. You want to deposit money. Which money do you want to deposit? Which currency? USDT. Then which network are you going to use? Make sure you choose the Tron, the TRC20. You tap on it. Then what do you do next? You tap on these two boxes and you copy the wallet address. You copy, then you come to your Royalq and be able to deposit the what? I will not go into that my screen, so you deposit mine are already in here. I'll talk about that. You deposit the wallet address, then you put in the amount and be able to withdraw. Immediately, you will be able to withdraw. And Royalq will ask you for a transaction password. I'm going to handle that, a transaction password to withdraw money from your account. And you will see, when I tap on this icon on top, I can see history of deposits and histories of withdrawal. All right. You can see the area of deposit, like you see, I have taken off a lot of money from this application. On every withdraw you make, Royalq will charge you $2. Where does this money come from? When people activate and people trade and they make profit. This is where this money comes from. All right. If you so if you are transferring from one Royalq to another, it is free. You just tap on transfer. Someone gives you their Royalq wallet address, they tap on deposit, copy it, give it to you, you transfer, because from one Royalq to another, it is free of charge. If you are okay with asset, I want to continue. If you're okay with asset, I want to continue. Give me one in the chat. If you're okay with asset, I want to continue. If you're okay with asset, I want to continue. Give me one in the chat. If you're okay with asset, you have understood. Give me one in the chat. I want to continue. Okay. Next in line is an icon we call invite a friend. How do we use this icon, invite a friend? You meet someone. He says, I'm interested in Royalq. I want to get started. Ladies and gentlemen, there is business here for you. So what are you supposed to do? Tap on invite a friend. Tap on invite a friend. What will happen? Different links will be given. I would recommend that you give this link. You copy here. Copy here. When you copy, why use this? You want to avoid this person getting a wrong application. Then go to someone's social media platform where you're communicating. If it's using WhatsApp like me, come and paste the link. What is the person supposed to do? The person is supposed to tap on the link. It will roll, write in their email address that they are using, create a 6 to 20 digits login password. Your invitation link will appear here. Send a code to this email, put it in, then they tap register. Immediately they have tapped register, the screen will appear and it will take them to download. That's how we use the invite a friend icon. If you're okay with the invite friend icon, give me a 7 in the chat. If you're okay with the invite a friend icon, give me a 7 in the chat. Give me a 7 in the chat, a 7 in the chat, a 7 in the chat. I want to run very fast because I want to trade. Give me a 7 in the chat. Next in line is price alerts. What are price alerts? Price alerts. This is basically a notification on Royalq. Price alerts. This is a notification on Royalq on any coin you are trading on how it is performing. So how do we use the price alerts? Tap on the price alert icon. Choose any coin you are looking at. For example, let me say I want to look at Bitcoin. You see, when I tap on Bitcoin, no, this is BAT. I want BEC. Okay, BEC is already. So I want to monitor BAT coin. I'm trading this coin. I want to see how this coin is performing. You will come and tap on the star. And when you tap on the star, you will tap on top on the icon called done. And BAT token will join the list of the coins you are monitoring. Now, I want to see it. So I'll just pick any. So it is here. You see, it has joined my list. Now, I want to tap on the arrow here and put on the alerts that I want to see, but to tell me one. I want to enable a floating window. What is a floating window? Can you all see this thing of arrow on my screen? Can you see arrow on my screen? Give me one in the chat if you can see arrow on my screen. If you can see arrow on my screen, give me one in the chat. If you can see this arrow on my screen. Now, this is a floating window. It is a floating window. So when you enable this coin to float, it means it will join others. So you switch on the floating window. If it's your first time, if it is your first time to switch on the floating window, Royalq will definitely take you into your phone. Now, let me just go there. Royalq will take you into the phone on an area of settings. It will take you here on an area of settings. And what does this Royalq bring you in an area of settings? It wants you to allow, to allow this application when you come on apps to display over other apps. I don't know if I'm making sense. It wants you to allow this coin to display over other apps. And when you permission it to display over other apps, so you will look through these and you display other apps. Okay, for example, let me come here on my Royalq. Someone is saying on iOS it doesn't show. Are you sure? Now you are. I want to go into iOS now. Let me see. Someone is saying on iOS it doesn't appear. Are you sure? Home. More. It is down here. Have I answered you? It is down here, price alerts. Now mine are already set, but I think I've shown you price alerts. Tap on more. You'll find it there. So it is the same steps. Just tap on more, then you find price alerts. Let me pick another token here. Let me pick which token. Which token that has no politics. Cost. Comp. Done. It is the same steps. You are just making me repeat. But I think, where is that token? Let me choose this. Okay, now here, I think the wind alerts may not be here, but here you just switch on. Maybe I see rise and fall, big rise and fall, new high, new low. I think you just switch on. You'll be getting the notifications. All right, you'll be getting the notifications. Let me go back to a common phone where all people can be able to access. Have I answered you, sir? I'll just stop sharing my screen. Yes, I'm not sharing because I had shared an iOS. Someone was asking with an iOS. The performance is a little bit different, but I hope I've answered the person. So I'm gonna come back. I was even logged out. The person who brought the iOS questions. Hey, I was even logged out of the Zoom meeting. Sorry. Can we continue? Can we continue? I'm going to allow me join with another device again, guys. Allow me join with another device. Just a minute. Okay. Just a minute, guys. I was logged out, so allow me just a minute. Allow me get this sorted. Good. Okay. I'm gonna share my screen again. All right. Okay, so if you're using an iPhone, for you will just not have the floating window. But if you are using an Android, you'll need to switch on your floating window. So you switch on. What do you want to know? When the coin goes up and goes down, do you want the notifications to be done once in a day, or you want to be happening so many times? So you choose. These are simple. You want a big rise and a big fall in the market? You want a new high and a new low in the market? Then you will done with this icon here. Next in line is the bell icon. This bell icon, you can tap on it and set a price. Maybe this coin is at 0.148 and you want to trade it. You want to set a price that when it gets at 0.1800, please inform me. It will be an alert. So when this price will get here, they will tell you. All you want to use percentage. You say when this coin falls 15%, tell me. And you create an alert. When this coin will rise by 15%, they will tell you. When this coin will go down by 15%, they will tell you. If you're okay with the price alert, give me a 1 in the chat. I want to go to the next feature for now. Okay. Next in line is the mentor icon. I usually say, me, I don't promote this. And I say, if I would promote this, I think I would be the top 1 mentor in Royalq. Me, I don't promote it. I will make one statement. You could only look for me or to any leader if your upline is not present. But if your leaders are present, please work through your leaders. They're the best people that can help you. They are the best. So you'll never see me promote this. I usually say if I promote it, I don't think there is anyone in Royalq that would overcome me. Right? There's no one. So please stay with your uplines. Are we okay? I will not go into the mentor icon. Let's go to more. There are more icons here, like the quantitative course. These are videos that teach about Royalq, the user guide, these statements and paragraphs written. Then we have user benefits. This is the compensation plan of Royalq. Okay, this is the compensation plan of Royalq. If you want to learn about the compensation plan of Royalq, you tap there. I will not go into that. We have circle owner details. If you own a circle. Now, what is a circle? What is a circle? A circle, for example, let me tap on it. Now, a circle is, I am a trader. I have made some money from trading. I want people to follow my trading strategy. That whenever my robot picks a trade, also theirs picks a trade. When they pick my circle, they will be charged. The biggest challenge with this is if you don't have the same capital this person is using, you will, most cases, be in floating loss. Because most of these traders use huge capital. So if you don't have that capital the person is using, you will not like it. That's why I don't recommend any strategy for now. Then we have my synchronized strategy, my sync strategy. This is the strategy you are following. You can always see it, all right? Then we have my counselor. This is my upline, okay? And you can always tap on my counselor. Then you tap on chat and say hi to your upline, okay? This is my upline. My upline never responds, but it's okay. It's okay, even if she doesn't respond. Okay, I'll not go into details of who is my upline. Okay, so now we are done with the first part. Any question from here going up? Any question from there going up? Any question? I want to use the remaining 30 minutes. Any question? Any question? Any question? If you have no question, give me a 2 in the chat, then I'll be able to continue with the next part. Any question? If you have no question, just give me a 2 in the chat. Then I'll just roll into the next part. Or if you are saying we stop, please explain the compensation plan. The compensation plan of Royalq. You know, there are certain Zooms I do about the compensation plan alone. But okay, let me just give you a gist so that you can go in and get more details about it. So tap on the user benefits. I'll just open there for you. When you open the user benefits, Royalq will bring you to this first page. Seems it's a repeated cycle. It will bring you to this first page. Can you see my screen? Let me know. Okay. Now, when it brings you to this first page, the first page you see on my screen, it will have your name. It will have your picture. If you had uploaded it, I'll show you where you upload your picture, your name, your username. Then it will say you are a junior broker. Now, if you have not yet activated, it will tell you that this current level is lower than this level, but my current level is higher than this level. So it will say junior broker, and it will tell you when you share your link, you'll make $30. The people you have brought in your business, whenever they trade and they are charged 20%, on that 20%, you'll be receiving a 20%. Then down here, they will show you what are the requirements for you to move from a junior broker to become a middle broker. You can bring 20 people directly by yourself, or you can invite, activate only 3 people and work with them to have 20 people in your team. If you fulfill any of these 2, you'll move from being a junior broker to a middle broker. If you want to continue, you just move this arrow this side. Now here is a middle broker. So when you have 20 people in your team with 3 brought by you, you move from being a junior broker to become a middle broker. What are the benefits? When you become a middle broker, whenever you share your direct link, you make 40 USDT. The people you have brought into your business, whenever they trade, you will be getting 30%. The extra benefit of being a middle broker, ladies and gentlemen, is that when you become a middle broker, when you were junior broker and you bring Julius, and Julius brings Anita, or Brianna, what happens? Even if Anita brings Brianna, you will not be earning any bonus on these ones. No, you don't earn. You start earning from the bonuses of these people when you move from a junior broker and become a middle broker. When you were a middle broker and you brought Julius, and Julius brings Anita, and Julius maybe brings Peter, or Anita brings Steven, or Steven brings Brianna, everybody who joins under them, you'll be getting $10, $10, $10, $10, $10, $10, $10, $10, $10. But if you are still a junior broker, you will not earn from the efforts done by Julius. The only thing you will earn from Julius is the 20% he will be making. So when he makes and charge the fuel fee, that's when you will make some money. So the same story from junior broker, for you to move from middle broker to advanced, you need directly 450 users, or you help 3 people that you have introduced to become middle broker like you. These ones, to become middle broker like you, meaning they have 20 people in their teams and have a total of 100 users. Then you move from being a middle broker and you become an advanced broker. Please, when you ask a question, I believe you can ask once. There's no reason of someone typing for me the same question 100 times. I don't believe that is ethical. You ask it, you keep quiet. You ask it, you keep quiet. Someone asks you a question 100 times. There's no ethic in asking your question 100 times. I believe I'm not rude, but there is no ethic. You ask once, you keep quiet. You have found me where I started from to where I am. So you ask it, you keep quiet. I will look through your questions when I'm done, because I cannot move from here, then I go to your question. So you ask it once, then you keep quiet. I hope I'm okay. All right, next. From middle broker, you are now an advanced broker. What are the benefits of being an advanced broker? As an advanced broker, anybody you share your link directly, you make 50 USDT. The people you brought and their teams, on every profit they make, you make 40% of the fuel fee. What else do you benefit? Now, here is the sweetness of this rank. You are here. you are an advanced broker. This guy here maybe is a middle broker. Anybody who will be joining this middle broker, from him and his team, you'll be making $10. But you have this guy here who is a junior broker. Anybody who will be joining this junior broker, you'll be making $20 from him and his team. Now, what about Julius? What about this guy who's advanced like me? If you have someone who's advanced like you, on the total fuel fee collects, if this guy collects $100, 10% of this $100 will be yours every single time on every fuel fee collects. And that's what we call the peer reward. The peer, if I take you to my Royalq, just a little bit, then I come back on asset, you'll be able to see this. You see now, this is a peer reward. This means this peer reward is coming from someone who is on the same rank like me. So on every fuel fee makes 10% will be given. So when you move from advanced up to the last rank, even someone who's on the same rank like you earns from them. But if you are a middle broker and I'm a middle broker, you don't earn anything from me because we are on the same rank. But once you become an advanced broker, you have an advanced broker under you, you still earn on this person. Whatever is done in his team, on the fuel fee, 10% will be given back to you. But if I'm a middle broker and you're a middle broker, you don't earn from me. Okay? We are still on the user benefits. Okay, so let's run. I'm running very fast. I've finished. So how do you become a senior broker? How do you move from being an advanced to senior broker? Simple. You can directly bring 2,160 directs. All work with these guys. Have 3 advanced brokers in your team. 1, 2, and 3. And you automatically become a what? A senior broker. I will not go into these directs because these are very simple. Then you become a senior broker. Okay? You become a senior broker. That is moving from advanced to senior. Now, what are the benefits of being a senior broker? 1, when you share your personal link, you make $60. On the team rewards, the people you brought, whenever they trade, on the fuel fee. Okay, these other ranks. Okay, let me show you those ranks. If you are advanced and you have a middle broker here, you'll make $10 from anybody who activates under him up to infinity. There is no net. If you have a junior broker here, you'll be earning $20 as what? $20 from anyone who activates from this junior broker if it's directly brought by you. When it becomes a middle broker, it gets back to 10. When it becomes advanced, you don't earn any activation fee because it is same rank. You earn from fuel fee. The 20% his team is charged, you don't earn anything from this guy's team when someone activates. No, you don't. Okay, now let's go to senior. The benefits of senior broker: share personal link, $60. Team rewards, 50%. Peer reward, 10%. Now, look here. You are a senior broker. This guy is advanced. This guy is advanced. Anybody who joins under his team, you'll make $10 up to infinity. What about this guy who's a middle broker? You'll be earning $20. Someone who's a junior broker, you'll be earning $30 up to infinity. $30 from someone direct on you as a junior broker. $20 from someone direct as a middle broker. Up to infinity. Anybody who joins under them. A junior broker, 30, a middle broker, 20, an advanced $10. And if you have a senior broker like you, this is where now the game changes. Anybody who activates under a senior broker in your team, you will make 1.5 USDT. Whoever joins a senior broker's team Anybody who joins a senior brokers team on activation, you will make 1.5 USDT up to infinity. Not only that, the total fuel fee these guys collect, 10% will always be yours. So same rank here, you'll be earning from senior broker, you'll be earning an extra of activation fee. So if you have someone who's a senior broker in your team, who we call a V4, anybody who activates under him, you'll make 1.5, right? So how do you move from a senior broker to a team partner? You can personally bring 4,320 directs, or just have 3 senior brokers. 3 senior brokers, because each 3 senior broker has 3 advanced brokers. And you know, every advanced broker has 3 middle brokers. Now, once you have 3, you automatically become a team partner. What are the benefits of team partner? Whenever you share your personal link, you get $65. There's someone I don't know that came to the business, I don't know whether yesterday but one. I don't know this person, and used my link. I think I'd given this person my link long time. And when I shared my reward details, I think here, here. Is it here? Can you see this person activated? Me, I'm a team partner, and Royalq paid me my $65. It pays. It is real, all right? But I'm not here to discuss that now. Let me just get back to user benefits. Okay. Sorry for that. Now from I've explained team partner. So what are the benefits of team partner? Team partner benefits, $65. People usually ask me where the $25 come from. There are people who never activated their robot, so I'm taking their money. But what happens is that 55% from the team, 10%. Now here is it, the game. 1, if I'm a team partner and this guy here is a senior broker, I'll be earning $5 from every activation that happens in his team. If this guy is my direct and is an advanced, I'll be making, this guy is advanced, I'll be making $15. $15 from every activation. If this guy is a senior advanced, is a middle broker, I'll be getting $25. And if this guy is a junior broker, I'll be getting $35 from him and his team up to infinity. All right, up to infinity. And if this guy is a team partner like me, I'll be getting 1.5 USDT on every activation, and also 10% from the total fuel fee collected. Those are the benefits of being what we call a team partner. Extra benefits of a team partner, they're not so much. I think those are the benefits of a team partner. Lastly, on the compensation of Royalq comes one of the most sweetest rank. It is called the global partner. What are the benefits? 1, 70 USDT whenever you share your link, 60% from fuel fee, 10% from people in the same rank, same benefits. You are a global partner. You have you have a team partner. On every activation from a team partner, you get $1. Right? $1, $1, $1 from a team partner. On every activation, you get $1. And also 10% from the total visual fee. If there is a senior direct, if you have a senior direct here, you will be getting, I think, $10. Yes, $10. If there is an advanced, here you'll be getting 20. If there is a middle here, you'll be getting 35. And if there is a junior here, you'll be getting 40 USDT. That is the cycle of the movement. What are the extra benefits of being a global partner? 1, on every activation that is done in Royalq worldwide, So when you become a global partner, everybody who has Royalq is your downline, is in your team. Everybody, because on every activation done in Royalq worldwide, 10 USDT is put aside to be shared among the global partners. Every day. Do they stop here? No. On the total fuel fee that Royalq collects, it puts aside 10% and it shares it among the V6 or the global partners every start of the month. Every start of the month. So if you have one V6 in your team, you have one additional share. If you have two V6s in your team, you have two additional shares. The more V6s you have in your team, the more share you will share on the share of every day and share at the end of the month. The person who asked me about the compensation plan, sir, have I answered you? The person who asked me about the compensation plan, have I answered you, sir? Let me find out before I move on to something else. As an advanced broker, you'll be earning $20 on the second level. There are no levels. You earn up to infinity. If you are an advanced broker, and you have a junior broker, you earn from him until he becomes a middle broker. Up to infinity, even if he brings the 10 million people and he has not ranked up to the next rank, you will still be earning your $20 up to infinity. Your money doesn't end, it goes up to infinity. Okay, that is the compensation plan of Royalq. All right, now let's go to trading. Are we ready or we are tired? Let me know. I want to go into trading. I have some 20 minutes. I want to go to trading. I have some 20 minutes. Are we ready or we are tired? Because we have taken, give me a 2 in the chat. We can have some break time. I can create some break time. You want to take some water? You want to take some water? I want to give in some break time. Can we give in some break time? 2 minutes. Can I create a 2 minutes break? Then we go into trading. A 2 minutes break. A 2 minutes break. All I want to create a 2 minutes break. I want to go to Ghana, create a 2 minutes break. Then we go to trading. So let me create a 2 minutes break. And at exactly 11:53, I'll start. 11:53, I'm going to start. 11:53, I'm going to start. I'm going to start at 11:53. So enjoy your break. Thank you. Yes, I think we are done with the break time. Are we ready? I think we are done with the break time. Are we ready? Give me one in the chat if you're ready. We go. Okay. What might happen into reactivation bonuses of the team if my account is deactivated? You lose them. You lose them. If your account is inactive, it doesn't get any bonus. If you don't renew your account and your account is inactive, you lose your bonuses. They go to your upline. If your upline is also inactive, they go to the upline. If the upline is inactive, they go to the upline. Those bonuses keep on looking for someone whose account is active. Okay? The bonuses keep on looking for someone whose account is active. So if your account is not active, no bonus. You lose them. They keep on going for upline until they find the upline. Okay, now I'm gonna share my screen and let's go to trading. So the trading aspect, if you're using, I'll just bypass these guys who are using, if I'm using an iPhone, all right, so I'll just, can you see my screen? I'll just go to the iOS users very fast. If you can see my screen, let me know in the chat. If you can see my screen. Oh, it's a no. Okay. Let me go again. Can you see now my screen? Let me know. If I am an iOS user, let me know. All right. If you are using an iPhone or you are an iOS user, in short, the challenge here is that there is no ability to notate on the screen. So I will need to use screenshot just to show you. Okay. So now, if you are using an iPhone, you'll find that here you have currency, you have last price, you have change. It is the same with an Android. And you have Bitcoin. So we call these base currencies. USDT is the base currency. So if you want to trade in the USDT market, you must have USDT. If you want to trade in the BTC market, you must have BTC in your exchanger. If you want to trade in the Ethereum market, you must have Ethereum in your exchanger. That's the first requirement. We call this base currency. So you must have that base currency for you to use it. Now, here we have the name of the coin, the last price, and the change in percentage. And if you're using an iOS, for you, where we have strategy here, for you have quantitative. That's what I wanted to share. Where we have strategy, you have quantitative. So when I'm going to be talking about strategy, yours will be talking about quantitative. iOS users, are we okay? Because I'm done. iOS users, are we okay? Because I want to go back to, I want to stop sharing. Are we okay? Give me one in the chat. The iOS users, give me one in the chat if I've been able to tackle that and you now understand. Give me one in the chat. The iOS users, if I've been able to, because it's the only difference. It's the only difference. The rest remain the same. Okay, thank you so much, the iOS users. Now let's go on to, let me now share my screen. Having clarified that, and we get back here on the Android users. All right. Now we have two markets. We have the spot. What is spot trading? What is spot trading? Like the word says spot. It's a one-way market. Julius, what do you mean by one way? Here, we only buy, wait, and sell. Can someone type for me those three words in the chat? It's called one way because we buy, we wait, and we sell. Can someone type for me those three words in the chat? We buy, we wait, and we sell. That is the spot trading. We buy, we wait, and we sell. So, for example, guys, if you are dealing with the spot market and you buy this coin called the comp at $40 and you put all your money when this coin is at $40, you will wait until the current price goes beyond $40 for the robot to sell. Am I making sense? If you put in your money when this coin is at $40, when your average price is at $40, you will wait until this coin current price goes above $40 for the robot to sell. Give me a one in the chat if that is clear, but I will explain it a little bit better. But if that is clear, give me a one in the chat. So that's why we say we buy, we wait, and we sell. So the spot market is a one-way market. You buy, you wait for the market to rise to be able to sell. So it is one way. So when the market goes against you, you are not able to profit. So you wait, you buy. When the market goes against you, you wait, so that when the market recovers, you are able to sell. Now, how should we use the robot in a right way? To use a robot in a right way, if we have, let me say, $100, we do not put all our $100 in the market at once. Why? Because when we buy, one, the market can rise. And when we buy, two, the market can go down. So when we put in all our $100 and the market rises, we shall be happy. But when we buy and the market goes against us, we shall wait until the market gets back to that price it has bought with our $100 for it to sell. So what do? We start with little capital. Let me say between 10, 15, or $20 for the robot to start with, and put in our remaining capital slowly if at all the market goes up. So when the market gets here, the robot will put in more. The market gets here, the robot will put in more. The market gets here, the robot will put in more. The market gets here, the robot will put in more. Now, why have I written 4 times? I've written 4 times because this is what the robot uses in a strategy we call martingale. What is martingale, Julius? The robot buys at different prices, and whatever it has bought, it creates an average of the different prices it has bought and sell at once. Give me a 4 in the chat if that you understand. I wanna explain it more better, but give me a 4 in the chat if you understand that statement. I've written 4 times because the robot will put your money. Listen to this very clearly. Put your money. It will put you $100 slowly in bits according to the settings provided the first time, the second time, the third time, the fourth time. Buy at different prices and sell everything at once. So whatever it has bought, it will create an average of these 4 times and sell it at once. Okay, good. Now, let me get it better. Sometimes the robot could buy call 1 and call 2, then the market rises and only sells these 2. Sometimes the market may only buy a drop when the market has fallen by a drop one and only sells this one. Sometimes the market may drop and buy 3 and sell them at once. Sometimes the market may buy all the 4 and then it sells them at once. Hello? So that is the spot market. But still, the robot is a good robot because it could buy 1, 2, 3, and 4, and still the market continues going down. What will the robot do? That is when we have more margin calls. So the robot will buy call 5. The robot will buy call 6. The robot will buy call 7. Let me change the color. So call 5, call 6, call 7. When the market rises and it starts going up the robot can sell call 7 alone. The robot can sell call 6 alone. The robot can sell call 5 alone. And the market still goes down again. Then the market goes down again. Then it buys 5 again. It buys 6 again. It buys 7 again. Then maybe it buys 8 again. Then when the market rises, it repeats the same process. It has not sold the 4 because the current price has not yet reached the average price. So that is how we use the spot market. I'm going to go into details about it, but give me a 1 in the chat if this simple explanation makes sense to you. I'll go into what are margin calls and whatsoever later. Give me a 3 in the chat if this makes sense to you. A 1, sorry, a 1. Give me a 1. Give me a 1. Thank you, Simon. Give me a 1 in the chat if it makes. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Samuel. All right. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Wealth Queen. All right. Thank you, Cryptologist. Thank you, Hope. All right. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I appreciate it. Okay, now we now know what a spot market is. Now, in the spot market, I'm not going to repeat. You need to go back and watch the video again. You need to pay close attention here. In the spot market, Julius, what if I buy when this coin is at $40 and then it goes at 38? Julius, will I lose the money that I used? The answer is no. You will have comp coins in your account. They will never be sold. In the spot market, they will never be sold. The robot will wait for the market to rise to where you entered from for you to make profit. So you will only lose time. That sometimes you buy some coins and they continue going down and you need to just wait if you don't have more money. Are we okay? So there is no loss in the spot market. What we lose is waiting time. Can someone type for me the word buy, wait, sell in the chat if now it makes sense to you? Does the word buy, wait, sell make sense to you? If it makes sense, type it in the chat. Very, very soon we shall finish this call. Buy, wait, sell. Because if yours is buy, sell, wait, then you are losing money. If yours is buy, sell, wait, if yours is buy, sell, wait, then you are losing money. You buy, you wait, you sell. And that's how the robot works. The robot buys, the robot waits, the robot sells. The robot buys, the robot waits, the robot sells. The robot buys, the robot waits, the robot sells. Now, the other week on Monday, I'm going to be launching a new section of Royalq called the features. And you will be listening to my presentation about the future trading, as we're going to be launching it the other week, not this coming week, because this coming week I'll be doing an event in Kampala. But the other week, we are going to be launching this icon of features in Royalq and how we are going to use it. Now, here, you will be making profit when the market goes down, and you'll be making profit when the market goes up. And when I tap on the feature icon, I'm not going to explain much about it. Royalq has chosen all coins. Okay. You see, Matic is at 3% here in futures. But when we just check Matic here on spot, okay, it's also 3% here. All right. So here in futures, we are going to be making profit. When the market goes down on these coins here, there are few, there are not many. And when the market goes up on these coins that we have here. So we have power to make profit in what we call, when I create a martingale strategy bot, in what we call a long, and we have power to make profit in what we call a short. What is the difference between a long and a short? A long means from an entry when the market goes up, and a short means from our entry when the market goes down. So we shall be making profit both in long and in short. What is the difference between spot and features? In the features, there is high risk. Although Royalq, like I'll share on that, has been able to lower down the risk, right? But there is high risk. The risk is there, but it has been lowered by Royalq trading strategy. I hope on that day, I'll go into details with you guys about features. I'll stop on spot for today. Now, how can you pick a coin to trade? How can you pick a coin to trade? We have an area of currency, we have an area of last price, and we have an area of change in percentage. What is the difference? Last price, when you tap on those arrows, it will group the coins from the one that has the highest price, which is Bitcoin that has $29,000, followed by this one that has 5,000, followed by this one that has 1,000, up to the coin that has the least price, that is Shiba Inu. When we tap on percentage change, here, percentage change, then it will give you a coin that has performed best to the coin that has performed the poorest in the last 24 hours. From a coin that has performed best to the coin that has performed poorly in the last 24 hours. Give me a 4 in the chat if you're okay. Can we continue? How many minutes do you give me, guys? How many minutes do you give me? How many more minutes do you give me? I'm already done with my time. But if you give me some more time, give me some more time. If you give me some more time, guys, how many minutes more do you give me? I can be able to get this better for you guys. Okay. How many more minutes? Okay, 40 minutes, 1 hour, 10. All right. It depends on your time. The time you give me is the time I'll use. All right. So let me look through on an average. Okay, 40 minutes looks average. 40, 30 looks average. How many, if you are voting in for 30 minutes, 30 looks average. If you give me 10, me, I will end in 10 minutes. Then I won't teach you the rest. I'll just stop there, then we continue next time. Okay, so how many people are okay with 30 minutes? 30 minutes. If you're okay with 30 minutes, type 30 minutes. 1 hour is too much. 30 minutes. If you're okay with 30 minutes, give me 30 minutes. 30 minutes. You're okay with 30? 30 from now. After those 30 minutes, I will stop where I will be. All right. Okay. So I'm going to find ways of maximizing my 30 minutes. I'll take the average of 30 minutes. All right. So let's go on. So I'm going to take 30 minutes. And after those 30 minutes, I will come to the end. Whatever I will not have taught, I will stop there. Okay. Now, the first step to use Royalq is called coin identification. The first step that you need to use your robot well is coin identification. But before I start coin identification, allow me just show you a few icons at the bottom. Then we do coin identification last and strategy last. So we have an area of strategy here. Okay, I'm gonna come to this last. So when you tap on strategy, 1, down it will show you your money. Make sure on top here it is the exchanger you are using. Some people usually complain, I'm not seeing my money reflecting, but which exchanger are you using? Is your money in Binance? If it is in Binance, tap on this arrow and make sure Binance is ticked. Tap on this arrow and make sure Binance is ticked, all right? Okay, so next. Here on strategy, we have bots. Which bot are you using? I usually recommend a martingale bot. Why? Why martingale? Kraken. If you are in US, you use Kraken. You buy at different prices, then the robot sells at once. Please don't use the grid bot. It's not so good. Why? Because the martingale bot has both martingale and grid. What are grids? What are grids in trading? Okay, look here, guys. Pay close attention. Pay close attention, guys. Pay close attention. Look here. Martingale, the robot buys 4 times. Then the fifth call is a grid. The 6th call is a grid. The 7th call is a grid. Why a grid? Because when the market rises to here, it will sell this one. When the market rises to here, it will sell this one. When the market rises to here, it sells this one. So the martingale is a hybrid martingale because it is both martingale and grid, because it makes the 5th call up to the 999 times independent. So it buys it alone and sells it alone, buys it alone and sells it alone, buys it alone and sells it alone. If you have understood that, give me a 1 in the chat. We are moving at a thunder speed, so make sure you are paying attention. If you have understood that, give me a 1 in the chat. Keep things simple. Don't tell me, Julius C. No, keep it as I leave it. All right. Okay, next. We have the area of running. I'm going to go into details about this a little bit later. When we tap on the running icon, what do we have on running? Are you using the spot market? If you are using features, then you must make sure it is tapping on the features. When you tap on the arrow, then you must select features that you are trading. Okay. Now, I'm done with that. What other icon? We have this icon running. Do you have any coins that are running? If your coins have been stopped, then come and tap on the arrow of running and select what, Julius? And select coins that have stopped. It is down here. When you tap on stopped, when you tap on stopped and confirm, then you will see coins that you have paused. The coins that you will have paused will appear here. Now, I'll get into these others, these ones, lastly. But now let's now go to Circle. What is Circle? Now, these are copy traders. Or I would say these are traders that people are using. I also had a strategy. I just stopped it. These are traders. For example, when I tap on Cycle, it depends on which language you are using. I tapped on Cycle here. So these are this Crypto Baba. So when you tap on View, he will show you. He will show you. Now he's saying that he created this strategy 2 days, and he says you'll make 10 to 15% profit. You can join us. Now he's down here. What has Royalq done? He wants me to first join his cycle to see. I can join. I have no problem with your cycle. Now he's trying to show you how much profit he's making. Now, this is where some of you lose out. This guy is showing you profit per day. But I have a question. Do you know how much capital he's using? Because there is no provision in Royalq where this guy will share how much capital he's using. Am I making sense? Let me know in the chat. Am I making sense? Give me one in the chat. This guy doesn't talk about how much capital he's using. Two, he doesn't tell you how many coins he's trading. But let me break it down for you. Okay, let me try to use his strategy. Okay, so you need to tap here. I want to use his strategy. Guys, you see this guy? He created this strategy 2 days ago. This is where people miss out. And he's trading how many coins? Let me show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79. The guy is trading 79 coins. Then I tap on sync his strategy. Now, you see when he's asking me, saying, let your first buying amount be 15. How many coins are you willing to trade? Then you press 1. I have a question. Shall we be making the same profits? Give me an answer in the chat. Shall we be making the same profits? I need some answers in the chat. I need some answers in the chat. Shall we be making the same profits? I have a question. Shall we be making the same profits? Now I have a question and I need an answer. Does this person have good capital? Does this person have good capital? I need an answer in the chat. Does this person have good capital? Now, that's why I'm teaching the crypto ambassadors not to follow these guys. I know some team members already doing this, but unless there is good capital, am I making some sense? Let me know in the chat. Unless there is good capital. Now I have a question. I had even created a strategy. It is here. I wanted to test. I closed it myself. No more data. Because unless you have the capital I have, and I'm trading many coins, and for you to trade one, you'll not be making enough money. Am I right? Let me find out if I'm right. I don't want to talk about. I had created my own strategy. Me, I'm not someone who talks about things I don't know. It is here. It is mine. I closed it. Because unless you are having the capital I have, for you will be a joker. I'm trading 50 coins. You are trading 1 coin. Me, if 1 coin is not doing well, another coin is giving me money. If 1 coin is not doing well, another coin is giving me money. The only thing I know that you don't know is to provide settings to your robot. That's why, as the crypto ambassadors, we introduced what we called signals. Because we understand some people don't have the capital required, it needs you to use a coin that seems that will do well. If you have understood the circles, give me a 2 in the chat. If you have understood the circle, give me 2 in the chat. If you have understood the circle, give me 2 in the chat. 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 Okay, now let's go to news. Now, this is where there are groups. I'll just run through their groups. You can chat. So I'll now go to mine. I already explained the user benefits. I'm just preserving my time. I already explained this. I explained this. I explained this. Now I want to explain team. What is team? This is where you see people that are in your business that you have been able to grow, right? People that are in your business. You see, I have all these members, 55,685 that have registered with Royalq, right? Yesterday, only 10 activated. Only 10 activated. I have 20 people I have brought directly. So I qualify for Team Global, a global partner of Royalq. I have the numbers required to be a global partner, which is 1,500, 1,500. I just need 3 V5s and they are coming slowly. So I'll get there. So you can also check yours. I'm just helping you. How many people have I shared my link? I've shared several since I started the business. This is 46 plus 38. I've given my link to so many people. If you add these together, that is this is the 4, this is the 1, this is 5, this is at least I've given my link to 84 people, and only 38 have been able to register. And so this gives me the details of those results. All right. So I'll run away from there. Let's go to reward details. This is just the total of how much you have made in the business since you started. And it is 111,000. 117,948. I believe by the end of today, this will be eight. This will be $8,000. I'm gonna work it out. Yeah, usually I'm a person who works on targets, so I'm gonna go to work, and because I want a result, so I need to go and work. Okay, so this can be got. You can find how much you have made in the activation gains, how much you can make in the direct quantification, how much you have made from team quantification. First on fact, the business pays more in activations. If you wanna grow your money fast, you need to make sure your team is growing, because the activation gain is usually more than any other income in Royalq. Whenever people activate, the bonuses are usually big, right? Okay, so if we're gonna done from there, and circle owner details. What are circle owner details? Me as the circle owner, I said I closed it. Me as the circle owner, if you are using my strategy, I will put how much. For example, let me show you guys. This is what maybe you don't know. Let me look for my strategy. My strategy is called the crypto. I even don't remember it. I'm called Crypto One. Yes, this is my strategy. If I open my strategy, guys, I closed it. But if I create my strategy again, you see, Royalq gives me a priority. How much profit will I share? Can you see this? I can say when you use my strategy to trade, on the 20% that Royalq charges you, it will charge you another extra of 2% because you are using my strategy to trade. I don't know if I'm making sense. But if you don't have the capital I have, you will not be enjoying as I'm enjoying. Am I making sense? Give me one in the chat if I'm making sense. You know, me, when I'm doing business, I don't want to think about myself. No. My goal of starting Royalq is not about me. Never will this goal be about me. I usually say that if me, I wanted it to be the top mentor in Royalq, there is nobody in Royalq across the world. Me, I want to tell you, there is nobody that can beat me up if I decide to compete on the mentor icon. But this is why I don't promote it. That's why I don't promote the mentor icon. Me as Julius, I don't see a reason of why Peter brings someone and then that someone subscribes to me as his mentor and I share 50% of Peter's bonuses. Yet Peter could invite his leader to come on Zoom. I do the training, and Peter gets his bonuses 100%. I don't know if I'm making sense. Me, I don't see a reason, because I want Peter to be happy. Because when Peter is happy in the business and Peter is making money, Peter will bring in more people, and I'll be rewarded. So that's why I don't promote the mentor icon. But when I told one of my friends that if I promote it, there is nobody in Royalq that can beat me on that. So I want to inform you. Please. This is why I'm saying learn how to set your own strategy. Okay, we're about to go to the last part, and that will be the show. This I'm done. My synchronized strategy. If you have followed any copy trader and you want to stop them in action, tap on my synchronized strategy and close it if you want to close it to any exchanger that you are using. Done. Okay, then my strategy setting. I want to skip that, then come on it last. Then share if you want to share your Royalq. Royalq feedback. You want to write to Royalq. You have any complaint, you want to write to Royalq, come on the Royalq feedback. Come on Royalq feedback. All right. Here you will be working with the robot. Here you'll be working in the robot. But if you want to write to Royalq direct, just tap on feedback here. Here you'll be writing to the robot. Any question you want, it will answer you. But if you want to write to Royalq direct, especially I think if you are an advanced broker and above, you will tap here and Royalq will bring you online customer, all these other announcement, beginner, and these other platforms available here. Or you have a trading problem, an account problem, a money flow problem, a bug, a suggestion, an API issue, a report, others. You'll use these ones. You can write Royalq and drop in your complaint. Next is Security Center. This is where we create our passwords. You want to change your password? You want to modify your email? You want to create a transaction password of Royalq? You want to do what we call withdraw address management? You want to make sure that any address that withdraws money from your account is already in the system. You can add it up here. You want to look at a trusted advice, or you want to delete your account. They are found at Security Center. Lastly, system settings. You want to change your language. You want to maintain the light of the phone. You want to change the currency. You want to enable the floating window settings. They are here. That Royalq can float over other apps. Notification settings, they are here. You want to clear, or you want to know more about Royalq. Ladies and gentlemen, or you want to log out, they are recorded on system settings. There is only one thing I have not yet dealt with. And it gets back to you now. There's only one thing I've not dealt with. Is how to set a trading strategy and how to pick a coin from Royalq. That's the only thing I've not dealt with. But I would pass a request. Is it okay for us to do this tomorrow on Sunday evening? Okay, give me one in the chat, because I believe your minds need to be fresh for this. Setting up, yeah, I would love us to do this in the evening. Usually 8 p.m. Is it? No. 9 p.m. East Africa Standard Time. In the evening, 9 p.m. East Africa Standard Time. We come in to how do you set and how do you pick a coin to trade in the evening, 9 p.m. The evening Zoom time. I will come in here, 9 p.m. Then I do how to set up. How do you pick a coin? What factors do you look at to pick a coin by yourself from Royalq? And also how to set up a good strategy for trading. Allow me, because of time, I don't want to exceed this because it will be too much. I believe it will be too much time. Yes, same link. Now we have looked through all the areas of your application. So there we shall go to how do you set up a strategy according to your capital, and also how do you pick a coin, all right, and how do you use the signals, all right. I believe it will be an amazing session tomorrow in the evening. Thank you so much. I hope it is okay for us to stop here because I don't believe in too much of anything. I don't believe in too much of anything. I don't believe in too much of anything. I think we could stop here because I might confuse with a lot of information. Then I will bring up this Zoom tomorrow. Someone is saying $1,000 settings. Hey, oh, someone says wants to see me trade. Okay, so I will stop this live. Okay, all right. Let me stop the live. Okay, I'll stop the live. Then I will trade with you guys here.